Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I wanted to take a look at some of the camera footage I have from the trail cameras I have set up at the bear bait site. I've had several black bears that have been starting to show up after I've had the bait out there for 1 week. This is one of the particular bears that's been showing up. It's a taller, lanky looking bear. He's got really tall legs, kind of lanky looking. You can see there standing up on the bear bait. He's probably, a good 6 foot tall, standing that all the way up. I'm not sure if it's a male or a female. I'm gonna say it's a male. I really don't know. They've been by themselves, so they've never shown up with any cubs. This is several days after we put this bait out here, so it took them a while to find it. But now that they're here, they seem to be interested. This is probably about 3:30 in the afternoon on this day. They don't stick around for too long. They kind of checked it out. They don't seem to be eating too much of the food, and then they kind of went on their own way. This is on that same day. This is a female, and I know that because some cubs will show up here in a minute. So this is only about 45 minutes after the other bear was just there. This larger mom shows up. Pretty soon you'll see some cubs kind of walk into focus. She seems pretty comfortable at the site. Pretty soon she just decides to sit down here, enjoying some of the food on the ground there. I think a lot of that's dog food, but it doesn't seem like the dog food gets eaten that much. Maybe she's eating some of the peanuts and stuff that are on the ground. So here's where the cubs start entering from the back. You can see one cub come walking in. She has 2 cubs you'll see kind of hanging around the bait here. You can definitely tell this bear when I see her. Later on you'll see her stand up. She has this white patch on her chest. So fairly easy to notice who she is, and she'll obviously have the 2 cubs in tow. Here's a good view of that white patch on her chest. You can kind of see her, she's walking around there. She's got that white patch that's right there on her chest. And so she's actually shown up a couple of times, you'll see as we get through the video here. Here you can see her now with the second cub that's shown up. So that's the 2 cubs that I've seen around her. She seems to be checking things out, making sure things are safe, and cubs are just having a good time eating food. Again, this is probably around 4:30 in the afternoon. They stick around for quite a bit here, eating and enjoying the weather. Seems like mom tries to wander off a couple of times here. Like here she's kind of wandering off. Maybe to see if the cubs will follow her. Cubs don't seem interested. They're still hungry, eating. So even though she walks off, they're like, we're not done yet. Here's a really good view of that white patch that's on her chest. So pretty easy to identify her, seeing that patch and the 2 cubs with her. Here she makes another attempt to try and leave to see if the cubs will follow. They still don't seem quite interested in leaving just yet. thought this part of the video was cute, where the cubs are kind of standing up, looking to see where mom went. I think at this point they eventually will get the clue and head off. There goes one of them. The other one's not quite ready to leave yet, though. He's taking a look to see where mom went too. And he wants to get a little bit more to eat before he decides it's time to leave. So this is the next day, early in the morning. This one appears to be another single bear by itself. It's not that lanky one that we saw before. It's a different looking bear, and it's not the mom that we saw before either with the patch. This one's got a little bit of white on it, but it's not the same white patch, and doesn't have any cubs with it. So this would be cub number 4 we've seen at the bait site at this point. This one hangs around for the morning and gets a bite to eat as well. You can see here it's not quite as tall as that other one when it stands up too. That lanky one's probably a good foot taller than this one. They definitely like climbing on the barrel, checking it out, investigating it. They don't seem to really do too much to tear it off. They kind of play with it a little bit, but they have access to the food at the bottom at the hole, and that's usually where they stand to get the food out of it. But they definitely are inquisitive to sniff around and see what they can smell around. This particular bear stayed at the bear site for about 35-40 minutes before it eventually decided it was time to head on, see what else it could find. Later that day, Mom and the cubs decide to show back up. So this is the next day, and again you can tell it's the mom because you'll see she'll have the 2 cubs with her, and you'll see the white patch that's on her chest at some point here. So here the cubs have showed up. She's a pretty good sized bear, and her cubs are pretty good sized too. I'm guessing this might be 2-year-old cubs. Cubs normally stay with the mom for 2 years. They're born, they'll stick around for year 1, and then they'll stick with her around till year 2. Then eventually they'll get kicked out. Here's a good spot where you can see the white patch on her chest again. So I know this is definitely the same bear. So here we are the next day, and guess who's back? It's Mom with the big patch, and soon you'll see the cubs show up. So they definitely know this bait is here, well established to it. Here comes the cubs in the view there. So far that's the 5 bears I've seen at the bait site. Hopefully we'll get more showing up, and I'll bring some more videos to you as I have them. I want to thank everybody for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'd love to have you, and we'll see you guys next time.